Imagine waking up in a home that doesn't just respond to you but grows with you. A space where walls breathe, floors adapt, and the entire environment thinks, heals, and evolves like a living organism. What if the future of interior design wasn't just smart, but alive? Today, we explore a world where artificial intelligence merges with nature to create living spaces unlike anything humans have ever experienced. And trust me, once you picture this reality, your idea of a home will never be the same again. Picture stepping out of bed and feeling the floor subtly warm beneath your feet, not because a heater kicked on, but because the AI sensed your movement and activated a bioengineered surface that absorbs and redistributes natural heat like sunlight on a forest floor. Imagine walls infused with living plant fibers that filter air in real time, guided by AI systems that track your breathing patterns, your sleep cycles, even the micro changes in your mood. Nature isn't just an element of the decor anymore. It's the foundation of the entire structure. Now think about this. You walk into your living room after a long day, and instead of manually adjusting lights or temperature, the environment shifts on its own. The lighting softens to mimic a calm sunset. The scent of the room changes to a subtle natural aroma generated from AI-guided microflora embedded in the walls. Your home understands stress before you even acknowledge it. That's the level of intelligence we're talking about, technology guided not just by data but by emotional intuition. But what happens when this technology doesn't just imitate nature, but collaborates with it? Scientists are already experimenting with bio-responsive materials. But imagine a future where the AI inside your home communicates with the living fibers themselves. The structure could repair scratches the way skin heals. It could thicken its walls during storms like trees, strengthening against wind. Your home becomes a living partner, constantly adapting to protect and comfort you. This is where the future starts to feel unbelievable, yet completely possible. Instead of traditional furniture, imagine modular pieces grown from engineered wood that shapes itself based on how you use it. If you sit on one side more often, the material gently reforms to support your body better. Your dining table absorbs daylight during the morning and glows softly at night without electricity. Even your bedroom could use AI-controlled bioluminescent moss to create gentle, natural lighting that follows your sleep rhythm. Before we go deeper into how these future homes might transform cities, energy use, and even human relationships, make sure you stay with me till the end. And if you're enjoying this journey into the future of living spaces, don't forget to support the channel so we can keep exploring ideas that push the limits of imagination. Now imagine stepping outside your front door and realizing that the entire neighborhood operates on the same living nature plus AI system your home uses. Streets lined with hybrid plant tech structures respond to weather shifts instantly. Sidewalks made of flexible, bioengineered materials absorb rainwater like soil, reducing flooding and keeping the environment cool. Even the streetlights are alive, powered by photosynthetic cells that glow brighter when people approach and dim automatically when the streets are empty. In this world, the boundary between indoors and outdoors disappears. You're not just living near nature. You're living inside it. Think about apartment buildings wrapped in vertical forests, but not the kind that require constant human maintenance. These are AI-guided ecosystems that prune, water, and regenerate themselves. The plants communicate with the building's core intelligence. If air quality drops inside, the greenery reacts instantly, expanding its filtration. If temperatures rise, the facade thickens like tree bark to keep the heat out. The building breathes, learns, and evolves with the people who live inside it. But the real transformation happens inside the living spaces. Imagine a kitchen where surfaces aren't static. Your countertop can sprout micro-herbs automatically when your AI notices you've been ordering too much. Take out and need healthier options. It's not a suggestion. It's your home gently guiding you, using nature as the interface. Even your refrigerator could grow biodegradable compartments that reshape themselves depending on what foods you store most often. You stop fighting clutter because the space organizes itself. Now picture how AI uses natural intelligence patterns to improve your emotional state. Instead of artificial lighting cycles, your home follows a natural rhythm modeled after the world's healthiest ecosystems. Morning light has the softness of coastal sunrises. Afternoons feel bright but never harsh, supported by bioluminescent textures that mimic natural daylight. By night, the entire atmosphere shifts, creating a calmness that feels as if you've stepped into a quiet forest clearing. Your home becomes your ecosystem, crafted not only for comfort but for mental balance. And while all of this sounds futuristic, the most surprising part is how seamlessly nature and technology work when AI acts as the bridge. You're not choosing between the natural world and digital intelligence. You're experiencing both as one system that supports your health, your productivity, and even your creativity. Imagine having a workspace where the walls sense when you re-stuck on a task and adjust the lighting, the airflow, and even the sound absorption to help you focus. Productivity stops being forced. It becomes a natural response to a well-designed environment. Before we go further into how these AI-nature hybrid homes could change privacy, community, and the way we form emotional connections with our living spaces, imagine what privacy means in a world where your home is constantly observing, learning, and adapting to your needs. At first, it sounds a little intimidating, but the truth is, AI in these nature-infused living spaces doesn't behave like traditional smart devices. It doesn't store your voice clips or analyze your habits to sell data. Instead, it functions more like an ecosystem. It reacts, it adapts, and it forgets. It works in real time, without tracking long-term patterns unless you ask it to. Your home becomes a responsive environment rather than a surveillance tool. It listens the same way nature listens, silently, intelligently, and without judgment. Think about the comfort in knowing your space isn't spying on you but sensing you. When the air feels heavy, the living walls adjust the flow of oxygen. When your sleep quality drops, the AI triggers natural humidity shifts that mimic outdoor environments known to improve rest. When you feel overwhelmed, your home lowers stimulation by dimming biolight and cooling the air with the softness of a lakeside breeze. These reactions don't require instructions. They happen because the system understands balance the same way a natural ecosystem does. Now picture how relationships evolve in a home that supports emotional harmony. Couples who argue in traditional environments often feel the tension linger in the air. But in an AI-nature blended home, the space itself diffuses emotional stress. It can detect rising cortisol levels and adjust the environment to promote calm before words escalate. Families with young children get spaces that shift based on activity levels. If kids become overstimulated, the AI dims colors, reduces environmental noise through adaptive surfaces, and creates a naturally soothing atmosphere. Your home becomes a partner in emotional well-being, not just a place to live. This transformation also changes the way communities form. Imagine neighborhoods where homes are connected through shared, AI-managed ecological networks. If one house generates excess energy through plant-based solar skins, it automatically transfers that energy to a neighbor who needs it. If the air quality dips on one street, the entire network increases purification together. The community begins to function like a living forest, where every element supports the whole. People stop living in isolation and start living in cooperation, guided by an intelligent, nature-driven infrastructure. Now consider how this new world redefines creativity and personal expression. Instead of choosing paint colors or wallpapers, you could grow interior surfaces that reflect your personality. If you love ocean environments, your AI might design living textures that shift with tones inspired by tidal movements. If you prefer mountains, your walls might adopt patterns that resemble layered stone or alpine greenery. Your home becomes a dynamic canvas shaped by your identity, not by static aesthetic choices. Imagine starting your morning in a home that prepares you for the day before you even open your eyes. Your sleep patterns influence how the space awakens. If you slept lightly, the room brightens slowly with natural, AI-regulated light that feels like sunrise filtered through leaves. If you overslept, the environment gently becomes more active, shifting airflow and subtle warmth to help you feel energized without any alarms. Your home understands your rhythm, not because it's programmed to, but because it learns from the same patterns nature follows. As you move into the kitchen, surfaces reshape to match your routines. Your mug grows a thermal base that keeps your coffee warm without electricity. The countertop uses AI-guided organic filtration to remove odors and toxins from fresh foods. Even waste management becomes an intelligent cycle. Leftovers break down in a built-in micro-compost system that transforms organic material into nutrients that feed the living components of your home. Nothing is wasted because everything has a purpose, just like in the natural world. Your workspace becomes a perfect blend of calm and focus. The walls adjust their texture to absorb noise when you're deep in thought. The lighting shifts to match the clarity of natural daylight, helping your mind stay alert without strain. When you need a break, the environment senses your fatigue and softens stimulation, allowing your brain to reset. Work no longer feels like a battle against distraction. Instead, it becomes a partnership between you and the space you inhabit. When friends come over, your home adapts to social energy. The temperature adjusts slightly warmer, creating a welcoming atmosphere. Airflow becomes more dynamic to keep the space fresh. Seating reshapes itself to promote relaxed conversation. Everything feels effortless, like gathering around a warm fire in the middle of a forest. Your guests feel the difference immediately, even if they can't explain it. They're experiencing a home that behaves like a living host. As night falls, your home winds down with you. The bioluminescent lighting grows dim and soft, following a natural pattern similar to dusk in a quiet valley. Your living space becomes a retreat that encourages rest, reflection, and emotional grounding. Instead of screens overwhelming your senses, your environment encourages stillness. Your bedroom adjusts its temperature and humidity to the ideal conditions for deep sleep, based on your unique physiology. You don't just rest in your home rests with you. This fusion of nature and technology creates a future where living spaces are not built but grown. Not static but adaptive, not artificial but deeply alive. It's a world where our environments understand us, protect us, and evolve with us. And if this vision inspires you, make sure you stay connected. Because we're just getting started with exploring the possibilities of AI-driven interior design and the future of human-centered spaces.